What's up and welcome. See, we gave
There we
an
go.
announcement where I was like, there she is. Yes. Welcome to Nighttime at the Nerd Bar. I'm on 102.
Two.
Three. Two?
Yes. Two.
Yes.
We did black and white last week. It was
Yes.
101, so this is
102.
102.
Which also had a movie. There's 102 Dalmatians as well. So if you have no idea what we're talking about, go watch our last episode. Because for my
She's
other
mad we didn't do a
co-host,
dog theme
y'all,
this week.
yes, she's like, "Yo, what's up?" We did
She's like,
a
"Who's you?"
Dalmatians theme for 101 episodes,
Yeah.
and now we're at 102. This is bringing you that Monday storm energy.
Oh my God. For people going storm energy,
What are you talking about?
California is just caught in a deluge of a storm.
Yes,
So,
a lot of rain for us. Yeah. So hope everybody's safe out there. And if you're
yeah.
joining us live, join us over in the live chat. And if you're watching later, comment down below. Get to some intros. Hello, I am Carrie Lane.
And I'm Katie Cullen.
And I was like, you kind of can see this is my Ahsoka Tano like hoodie shirt
Oh, yeah.
thing. Yeah, there we go. Yay! And I like the detail work on like the shoulder too. That's fun.
Yeah. Mine's
it's
just
comfy.
pink.
Yay!
It's just pink. We're just having a good day.
We love color.
Having a good time.
Yes. Looking over in the live chat, we got Giga Derek says, howdy. Hello, howdy.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking some news, things we're excited about. We'll be talking solo leveling as well, or Delicious in Dungeon as well, and some recommendations on the back end of all that. So stick around for all that. So let's get into where'd it go? Yes, things we're excited about. Woo!
Yes.
Where'd it go? And scrolling down. Yes, got my email.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel that.
All the things. All right, so Shout Studios and Toei Animation announced a film distribution deal for the new Digimon anime movie. Woo! So Digimon
yeah.
Adventure 2: The Beginning. And looking at dates, film based on the TV sequel series for Digimon anime franchise, which will mark the 25th anniversary this year. So, woo! Yay! Go Digimon.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my God.
And
I've been into Digimon ever since it dropped on the Fox box, you guys. It's occasionally it's like 25th anniversary, and I'm sitting here going, oh, what year is it?
I know, right? You're like, when? Okay, there we go. Movie synopsis. So it's 2012, and 10 years have passed since the adventure in the digital world. And Daisuke is now 20, and he and the rest of the Digi-Destin seem to be changing bit by bit in terms of appearance and lifestyle. Then one day, a giant Jujutama suddenly appears in the sky over Tokyo Tower. Daisuke and the others encounter a mysterious young man named Lu Owada, who informs them that he is the first ever Digi-Destined in the world. So stay tuned for more information on that. So follow Toei Animation and Shout Factory for more info. But yeah, we look forward to seeing more Digimon. Yeah. So woohoo!
That is always fun, and that is a franchise that has been near and dear to my heart for a while. So that it is always good to see more of it. It's always a fun time. Right, switching gears a little bit to home entertainment, Crunchyroll to be added to Samsung smart TVs globally, providing anime access to millions. And this, I believe, happened today. Yep, the Samsung Smart TV launch happened today. And for me, this is kind of a big deal because traveling to my parents' house, don't really have a lot of the same stuff. Sat down like, all right, smart TV, after hours, parents are in bed. Let me just catch up on things. What do you mean they don't have Crunchyroll? So now they have Crunchyroll. So if you've got a Samsung Smart TV, Crunchyroll is now going to be one of your onboard apps that is available. So highly recommended. Do the thing. Crunchyroll, the ultimate home for anime worldwide, has announced a new collaboration with Samsung Electronics that will allow Samsung Smart TV users across the globe to easily discover and enjoy anime directly on their screens. The Crunchyroll application is now available to Samsung users in the US, with users in other markets to gain access by the end of the week. That is a very quick rollout. So yeah, if you have a Samsung Smart TV, do the thing. It's very convenient when the app is on board. And yeah, like I said, I'm excited for this. I just make anime that much more convenient to put in front of my eyeballs. Let's go. I love it.
Always. They were like, just give me the anime.
Yeah.
Looking
My
over the
TV
chat.
is Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna look at the chat. We got Untitled on Purpose, Waves. I like the wave.
Welcome back.
And Giga Derek does say Digimon are the champions. Yes.
Indeed.
And I still have my Digimon VHS tapes from Radio Shack. Yes.
Yo!
Throwback.
It's always fun. I've still got my Ninja Turtle tapes from Burger King when
Oh,
they were giving away tapes
nice.
as like BK Kids Meals prizes, the late 80s, early 90s.
Yay.
So it's that's always fun to be like, I will never see this in the wild again, but
Yes.
it's mine.
Then the other thing, just grabbing it. I'm like, hold on. I
Yeah.
had it.
It's like, I
And
have a thing, I
yes,
have it
I
for
got it.
you. Where is it?
Okay. So the next piece
Big
of
Monday
information
energy.
that's exciting. Aniplex of America and Crunchyroll are announcing tickets are on sale for Demon Slayer, the next film. So the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Haiba to the Hashira training arc. So we are all excited for that. And those
Yes.
tickets are now available. And it's going to start kicking, there we go. It'll be in theaters in North America starting February 23rd. So check that out. For tickets, go to demonslayer-movie.com. And the
And
other,
as a reminder, this is much the same thing that they did last time for the last season premiere. This is the final 2 episodes of the previous arc, so the Swordsmith Village arc, remastered. Sound is redone for, I believe, Dolby Surround Sound, and then an extended cut of the first episode of the next arc, so the Hashira training arc. So yeah, it's a solid 2-ish, hour and a half, 2 hours of entertainment, and my god, the sound remaster and the absolutely beautiful animation on a theater big screen. And if you're like me, you've got the AMC with the reserved reclining seats. Like, yeah, this is how we do it. If you are comfortable seeing a movie in a theater, and for me, that means throwing a mask on when I'm enclosed in a building with a bunch of other people I don't know, then definitely go out and see this. It's always a good time.
and the energy of an anime crowd we've talked about before is amazing. That's such a great way to experience, like, have a cinematic experience of just that hype. It's just, yes. And speaking of that, of sharing some things too, didn't share at the beginning, but you can go follow us over on Twitter, NTATMB. We'll post pictures and also links to different things. So if you want to see a little bit more about what we're talking about, go follow us over there.
Yes.
And then we got some more news.
Our last bit of news for today, this is one of my favorite subject lines that I've gotten in my inbox. Eat Anime Love. Free anime on Crunchyroll in February. So February for Crunchyroll for February, for Valentine's, for the season of love, or half price chocolate, depending on which one you celebrate, possibly both, is offering more than a dozen select romance anime series free with ads all month long for those looking to fill up to their heart's content. This limited time AVOD event in February will feature some of the most classic romance titles, such as Ouran High School Host Club.
Yes.
That is the big
Classic.
one.
Yes.
Lovely Complex and Kimi no Toroke from Me to You, to newer fan favorites such as The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Sasaki and Miyano, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999, and more. I hear, frankly, phenomenal things about Kaguya-sama Love is War. If you want to check out something new, definitely check that out. Check all of them out if you are just in the need for an anime romance hit. Availability may vary by country and territory, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it's February. Crunchyroll's got free anime. If you're looking for a fix, and a lot of these are romance comedies as well. So also if you're looking to laugh, like Ouran, you guys.
Oh,
just Ouran. It's a classic for a reason.
yes. Indeed. I'm like, oh, one of my favorites. All right. So getting into
thank you, Crunchyroll. They did that for October and gave us spoopy things, and now for February they're giving us romance things. I love it.
I like it. Yeah, I like the theme per seasons. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Stinky speaking of other things we like, there we go, words and things.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
do our shot and our chaser of solo leveling, followed by delicious in dungeon. So something Kate and I were talking about a little bit. Our soft boy is gone, and what happened?
Yeah.
That was such an
Honestly,
interesting glow up of okay.
you look like a completely different person. Like I was confused. I'm sitting here
I
going,
love it. You're all
"Who
who?
is this guy and where's our protagonist?" No,
Yeah.
this is Jinwoo. He
Yep.
just looks really someone went back to the character creator partway through the game and just a few knobs.
Yes.
Like, all right, cool. Downgrade, honestly. But
We were also talking about this of down. I'd say I like the upgrade on the voice. I was digging the voice and the change. I was like, ooh, okay. Uh, it almost had me thinking, oh, is this another voice actor? I'm like, no, he probably just pitched their voice differently, kind of a thing.
yeah, no,
But
he's doing a Dan Green.
yeah, but I wish like maybe we saw the body change and then we see him get a haircut because it was a little bit of a transition of what? Okay,
Switch got
yeah,
flipped to the
yes.
point of if you pop back out to the Crunchyroll menu, if you pop back out to the solo leveling menu where you can like pick the language or whatever, because Crunchyroll's UI
Hmm.
is they have a great selection of anime, but their UI leaves something to be desired. Yeah, you have the poster for solo leveling, which has our soft boy in the front and his Pokemon evolution standing behind him to the point
Yeah,
where
I was like,
before this happened, I legitimately thought they were two different characters. I'm like, all right, we've got our
ah.
protagonist in the front, and eventually we're going to meet that guy. Like, oh no, they're
Well,
the
we
same
did
person.
eventually meet that
For
guy.
real? It really is. It's his Pokemon evolution.
It
It's
is,
not a
yeah,
Digimon evolution because they would have added like a gun or something, but
yes.
it's his Pokemon evolution, and that's for the most part, it still looks like him. They
Well,
just
King Bear
change
went through,
things.
he digivolved, yes.
Yeah, again, just
It is a
given the
Pokemon
specifics,
glow
I
up.
would call it more of a Pokemon evolution than a
I
Digimon evolution.
appreciated, though, like, the thirst traps of all the ladies at the beginning, like,
Yes.
"Oh my gosh, who's that?" I just thought that was so funny.
He is your patient. Just at the can I have your number? Can I have it?
Well, because sometimes it's the cliche that, you have the hot nurse, and now it's all the nurses going, "Oh, damn," like, "Okay, I'm ready to go in," and I
Well, and
it's
my
cute,
roommate and
it's
I
fun.
were talking about this because, again, we watch these together usually,
Yeah.
and we were both talking about how that particular type of body, where like all the abs stand out like that is the Hollywood body. That is the dehydration body. That is the someone get this kid on an IV and get him a Gatorade body because you're not supposed to look like that. That's bad. Actually, you're supposed to have things like body fat and adequate hydration. And she's like, it's a hospital. They should know these things. And I'm like, sadly, everyone is thirsty here in one way or another.
Or it's that thing
Yeah.
too where it's just like that will only be his life. It's the people who get that fit, and I'm like, then that's all they do. Of
Yeah.
just but I like
To
he's
be
taking his
fair, if he doesn't do that, he has to go run for 4 hours with centipedes. So, like, I'm not going to blame him on that front. I'm mostly just looking at this from a Watsonian perspective, from a Doylist perspective, rather, from this side of the fourth wall. I'm looking at this and going, that is not a healthy body.
I did
Yeah.
appreciate the real world application too of like I can jog later, and he essentially just jogs to the next portal spot. And I was like, that makes sense. I know someone who works out and he's all, hey, to add more, just jog to the gym and then you got to walk, jog back. I'm like, that's a good point. So I just thought that was kind of funny bringing us into that. And we were curious how he was kind of getting back into the fold and keeping it low key of, yeah, I'm lower level. Well, wait, you're just going to pay me to carry shit? I think he totally has a no fucks to give. Like, okay, I'm making money. Sure, this is easy. The bags, he's like, yeah, it's cool. I
But
just
I
thought that was
also
good.
appreciate the him turning it over in his head, like, did I have a reawakening? As far as I know, I'm
Mhm.
the only hunter who can do this leveling up and getting stronger thing. And there's that saying about the nail that sticks out. And for those of you who
Mhm.
don't know the saying, it basically ends in is more likely to get hit with a hammer.
Yep.
So I understand him wanting to keep it low key, but I'm also sitting here going, if this was localized correctly, the call from the landlord is giving him leeway, especially after hearing that he was in the hospital. So it sounds like he has a landlord that's a human,
I
basically,
like that too.
not
I was like,
terrible.
damn, that is so nice.
That's yeah, that's
It's
very
okay. You can
kind.
take some time and you'll get to it. I was like,
Yeah, from people
whoa,
who
these people
are
exist.
not always.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he's like, no, no, I'll have it for you. And suddenly we're in this situation is like, bruh, take the extension.
Mm,
Just take the extension. You straight up told the dude that you just got out of the hospital. He
yeah.
understands what you do to make money. Like,
Yeah.
take the extension, take a little time to figure your shit out. But again, intelligence is his dump stat. And then he
Yes.
specifically looked at his stats and went, well, intelligence is my dump stat. Let's keep it that way. And also continues to put none of his points into vitality. Never
Yeah.
played a video game in his life.
No, yep, we've learned that. So we'll see how that's
Just,
going.
just there are so many.
It's like,
If you talk Dungeons and Dragons for a hot second, in terms of a stat block, you have strength, you have dexterity, you have constitution. How hard can you hit? How well can you dodge a hit? How well can you take a hit? And then you have intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Charisma, obviously, convincing people, lying, whatever. Intelligence is book smarts, and wisdom is generally common sense.
hmm,
Bro has two dump stats, and intelligence and wisdom in this area.
yeah.
Like, dude, just you do great when you're in the dungeon, but when it comes to just life things, actual dump stats, I swear. It's
Well, we have
frustrating.
our charisma with our new young lad who joined the group, and
love him.
he's adorable
I love
and
him.
precious with his shiny new armor. And yeah, my parents bought it for me, but I like that he's not like an entitled rich brat.
Yeah.
He really wants to help. He's like, I will protect you. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you don't
He's
even
like, it's
know.
my very first raid, and I'm really looking forward to it. And thank you for bringing me on, and I'll do my best. And like,
Mhm.
he's in it to win it. He rolled up, introduced himself, said it was his first raid, and Megan and I looked at each other and went, "Oh, he's gonna die."
I kind of wondered that too. I'm like, are we just meaning him to die? But yay with legal smarts there with that kid. He
Yeah.
goes, wait, can I read that contract for you? I was like, oh yes, thank
See,
you.
that is the dude who did not make intelligence his dump stat.
Yes.
The wisdom failure was bringing it the fuck up in the middle of everything, but also it's his very first raid. We're getting, the canon exposition to him.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for being the audience stand-in for a few minutes, small rich child. You're
Yeah.
only the audience stand-in and that you don't know anything about this. The the rest of it can't relate.
So how soon were you like, fuck this group, I don't trust them?
The second they said we do all our runs without a healer.
Mm.
That is some Overwatch quick play bullshit. And
Mm.
generally speaking, if that is your strat, you do not succeed. Especially
Mm.
since we do all our runs without a healer. Couple C ranks, couple D ranks, bringing in an E. Like, my knee-jerk reaction was, oh, is he going to call his healer friend and bring her in? Like, it's a C-level dungeon. It's about her speed. She'll be an asset to the team.
Yeah.
No, as it turns out. No. And
Yeah.
again, a party rolling in, and when we're looking at video game or fantasy or D&D mechanics, like, yeah, we're going to roll in without a healer is, oh my god.
Yeah.
That is
You're
the
like,
point
but
where you
why?
turn around and walk away. Like, I know you need the money, dude, but take the extension, turn around and walk away from this. Holy shit.
Yep.
Like,
Gigadare goes, this poor D rank puppy about to motivate John Wick. Oh,
yeah.
he is. Oh no.
I'm
was like, wait,
hoping
yeah.
that he gets to live
I hope he gets to live too.
because I like him and
Yeah.
he's a sweetie. This show has set enough expectations for me to go, oh, no, he could well die. He could well just
Yes.
shuffle off this mortal coil because they threw in with a group of serial killers.
Yes. I
Which,
do like
oh
that
my god.
Yeah, I do like though that we kind of circle back to the previous conversation that we had hints at like, hey, things could be more dangerous than you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, there's some really shitty people out there, because that makes sense that if that
Yeah.
was an easy, fast way to get money, of course there would be groups like that. They're like, yeah, we're just making our quota, sign here.
Well, and I appreciate that power in this world, getting magic, getting whatever, having an awakening is not a sign of some sort of worthiness or moral character. It's
Oh
just
yeah, anybody.
random lottery.
Yep.
You.
It's our My Hero world. Anybody could have it, and what you get is what you get. Yeah.
Hmm.
I did
Yeah.
think it was a little weird that why their plan is to like shut them in with the monster. Like, what it gets full because it ate them, and then they'll just dig back out. Like,
I
what's their plan
guess
there? Yeah.
that, I mean, I think it's more in terms of using them to get in the door in the first place. With all 6 of them going, no matter
Yeah,
what happens, we can handle
just
whatever
get
comes
in.
our way, whatever.
Maybe.
So you don't run with a healer because a healer is more likely to take care of everyone. And it is
Mhm.
suspicious if one of your extra people gets hurt and the healer goes, nah.
Yeah.
So if you were going
Yeah.
to be pulling this kind of scam, better to just not deal with it. And then you split the profit fewer ways. So,
Mhm.
because of the way this dungeon was set up, there was no reason to take either of them out early. But getting
Mhm.
to the boss room and having the excuse of, oh, we need to go get the gear, whatever, like they, if there had been bigger monsters earlier on, they would have let him die. Or they
Mm.
would have taken him down themselves in the midst of the chaos and been like, oops.
Yeah. Friendly fire. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just serial killers who are using bodies to get past the you must have this many people to play, you know,
Yeah.
looking for group mechanic, as it
Yeah.
were. And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And
Yes.
they were talking about using the hall to increase the size of their raiding party, so probably bringing on one new member on a permanent basis. And also the main dude's younger brother. I didn't keep track of the names, so it's going to be very easy for chat to either confirm or deny this. Spoiler free, please. None of us are reading the manhwa, so we're. I feel like the S rank hunter that we've been focusing on for parts of this episode is this guy's brother. Like, could you imagine the complex you'd have if your younger brother wound up being that out and out powerful
Oh,
and
I
you're a
bet.
C
Yeah.
rank?
Mhm. I feel that could it
That
makes
may
sense
not be the case.
storytelling wise though
Yeah.
of like, hey, here's this thing. Here's this thing.
Yeah.
Coincidence around the same time period we're telling you this information?
Yeah. Like,
But
that may
yeah,
not
we'll have
be
to
the
see.
case,
Yeah.
and again, I failed to keep track of the names the second time around,
Or they
so
could have changed their names. Or
yeah,
you
that's
just go
true
by
too.
different names. So
That's
just
true too.
yeah. But
Yeah,
character design wise, maybe. But also,
maybe.
not that all anime characters look like, in terms of siblings.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So again, that's could be easily disproven because again, I do not remember
Yeah.
that well, but that is my going theory is that just because of the way it's juxtaposed in
Mhm.
this episode, that
Yeah.
it's that guy, and if it's not that guy, it's someone else of a rank. It's
Mm.
someone else that,
Yeah.
oh, it's my younger sibling and they had their awakening and suddenly they're uber powerful and super famous and here I am, a sea level
Mm.
tank stuck in Plat. Like Plat's not a bad place to be, asshole.
Yep.
Overwatch ranks. This is where the brain
I was
is.
gonna be like,
We're getting more Overwatch competition and my brain is very happy about that. So, it's on the
yeah.
mind. But yeah, that is my theory. And as arachnophobic as I am, I cannot wait to see Jinwoo take apart a spider.
Oh my
I
gosh, yeah.
might
I love that we cut though right before the fight. I'm like, of course, we're gonna like pause.
just cat like, oh, I thought it was going to cut there, and then we got a splat. Oh, it cuts there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I might wind up watching that episode in the same way that I watched that one episode of The Mandalorian where it was like 80% spider by volume. I just wound up sitting sideways and listening. Can do that for The Mandalorian. Can't really do that for a sub show.
Random side note, did you know one of the Harry Potter games somethings they have a arachnophobia setting? on
That
the
doesn't
settings
surprise me. I
that
know
you
there
could
have been a few
switch it.
other
Okay,
games that
someone
do
I know
that.
posted about that, and I was like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool." Like, if that is a problem for you, like you're like, "Nope, I don't want it." And you're like, "Okay."
I know there was one particular game, and I cannot remember which one it was, where
Mm.
the arachnophobia setting is they replace the spider with an image of the word spider. So it's just these letters coming after you, which that's funny. I love that. Also, can we please stop making giant spiders for video game bosses? Why are we like this? It's a
Well,
go-to. We gotta stop.
well, this is a great segue to the next show, if unless we had some other things, because I feel that kind of encompassed Soul Level. There wasn't like a whole lot more.
Yeah,
I feel we touched upon everything.
that's pretty much it. Just the adjusting the sliders on the character
Yep.
creator and again, serial killers.
Yes.
Like it
Serial
seems
killers.
like such a
Indeed.
crazy thing to say, but
Hmm.
no,
No,
they,
they're allowed to do it essentially. Uh,
they're not allowed to do it. They choose to.
yeah.
Big
Giga Derek.
difference.
Yes. Well, I meant like easier to get away with. Giga Derek
Yes.
says spiders need to go away forever. Period. Yes. Um.
Ecologically, not
Yeah.
so
This.
much. They are
Mhm.
extremely important, and I can recognize that. I just don't want them in my
I was
house.
gonna say, I'm like, I have one that like hangs out. There's some spot that it comes and goes, but
Yeah.
I don't mind them too much. It just generally, as long as they stay where they are. But I was gonna say, speaking of bugs, oh, that takes us to Delicious in Dungeon, and that was the one where I was all, nah, nah,
Boy, this episode.
bleh. I not that I have anything against like trying or eating a bug, but the way it was done in this was just so like, eh.
I think
Whew.
doing it straight, I wouldn't be able to do it because I've seen like the chocolate covered crickets and the
Yeah.
sauteed whatever, and like I get it. And I'm well aware of the fact that like lobsters and crabs are sea bugs. I know
But
that.
those are generally delicious because 'cause you're dipping them in butter.
Well, and it occupies a different
Yes.
the brain categorizes them differently.
Sea
And
bug and land
so
bug, very different.
like the sorbet that we wound up with, and like I think they had a few
Pretty
other
though.
things where they were incorporated into the
Yeah.
cooking. Cool, because it looks like diamonds and whatnot. I can turn my brain off well enough for that.
Yes.
The pearl necklace centipede. Nope, nope, nope. Can't. Nope, can't.
I think that was the I was just like Marcel. I was like, no, no. Yep. Yep. I was
Like,
like,
no,
"Ah!"
friend. I could not. I couldn't.
Yes.
Also, one of that party was in the opening. And I'm like, oh, hey, it's that guy. Oh, no, the whole party's going to die except for him. Oh, no, just the whole ass party, including
Yes.
him, shuffled off this mortal coil.
Yeah.
Great.
Back to
Woof.
how we were talking about solo leveling, I was kind of thinking with this group, I'm like, are they all really gonna die? Like we're just meeting all these folks and they're all yep, they all died. And what really they did? Like, you sure they did? Oh
Unlike
no, they're
solo
dead.
leveling, however, the corpse collectors bring them back topside and then they get revived and they're fine.
Yeah.
Like that is just how it do. You know,
Yeah.
we kind of
That is
have the DBZ revolving door of death going on in this show.
oh, but they might turn into zombies though. Because that
Eh,
was the other but wait, that could happen. Or
Yeah.
ghosties.
Yeah.
And be possessed. Which is
Yeah.
also kind of gross.
Yeah.
But I liked how they did that of like icicle, like a ghost going through essentially like
Mhm.
freezes you to death and then they
Mhm.
possess you. And I thought
Yeah.
that was a really unique, kind of cool visual. And it makes sense because generally
Yeah.
it is the ooh temperature change, but how they made them was like,
Oh yeah.
but also power of friendship. You can hug them away too. Sure.
I feel like there was a spell accompanied with that. And I
Yeah.
also really loved pointing out like why don't you do subtle small magic like Fallen does? And Marcel going, that is extremely high level delicate magic. That's
Yep.
not a quick little, those aren't
Yeah.
fucking cantrips. That
Yeah.
is extremely difficult stuff. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, she's a high level cleric. Like a lot of your most, again, we're going back to D&D mechanics. You have healing word where you speak a word and you can do 1d4 of healing. And then you have heal, which you poke someone and you can heal them for 70 hit points. Big difference.
Yes.
And it's, you know, things like healing word and whatnot are a little flashier, but heal is just boop, So, similar idea. Some of the craziest shit you can do is also some of the subtlest shit you can do. Well, it's like, why can't you do that? It's easy. It only looks easy from the outside.
That's the other thing. They're so skilled, they make it look easy. It's yeah.
Exactly.
Uh,
There she goes. Yeah, so I
uh,
really did appreciate them. First of all, rolling with that for the magic system at all, and then also pointing it out that Fallen and Marsil have very, very different specializations when it comes to magic. Your cleric or your white mage versus your red mage or your sorcerer. Or probably wizard, honestly.
yeah.
D&D! We have fun.
What was the other one of yeah, the bugs? Just thinking back on that, I thought how they cooked it was great, and it looked
Yeah.
weird, but that would be a trip of your mind. You're like, wait, not metal. Uh,
Yeah.
but thinking of the assist,
Dropping the
man, we got
treasure off the... Yeah,
like,
oh, well, what about the
the
ones we can't eat? Oh, it's fine. You can throw them
oh,
away. You'd break your teeth on real treasure, and it's just like, Senshi, you got to lead with that.
yes, they could have asked first what's wrong with it before tossing it, though. It's both. They could have asked, he could have led, and it was that. Nah.
It's very much that instance of they don't think alike.
No, they do
Senshi
not.
is more oriented towards just living down here, being part of the ecosystem. He's not in it to be an adventurer, but he
Mhm.
is working with a party of adventurers. And
Yep.
they're also like, oh, hey, treasure. Oh, hey, this. So the fact that he doesn't even really see it as important because it's like, it's not food. You can't eat it. It's not,
That's the
whatever.
important thing. Yep.
Yeah. Him looking at treasure, which again, he does supply runs topside. He could use it and
That's
just
true.
saying, you can throw it away
Yep.
versus, oh no, treasure is important. Not having money is how we lost some of our party members. Not being able to buy food was a problem topside. Like, now that the money is an issue. So that was
Yeah.
just painful.
It was a little
Just
bit. It kind of
painful.
hurt. You're like, ha.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not. I was gonna say, nope, that didn't work on my transition. I was like, not painful, but no. Our knight dude with the hitchhiker, and do we think it's being reactionary to just other dangerous things, or
I think so.
yeah?
It
I
might
mean,
have bonded to him as like, this is my
sure,
colony now.
yeah. It's
But yeah,
it's hitching a ride, so it's got to keep the ride safe.
I mean, I think because those things live in the armor, they're very small. Bugs can also get into very small places. And if these were
Ooh.
bugs
So
that
it's a stay
slew,
away.
oh yeah, if these were bugs that slew a group of adventurers, they are
Yeah,
probably venomous in some capacity.
yeah.
So that's the last thing you want is a venomous something or other crawling inside your colony and messing everything up. So it
Yeah.
might not be attuned to all dangers, but it would definitely be attuned to a danger on its level, an
Mhm.
understanding of that is a predator that threatens the colony.
Yeah.
Because larger predators, like, they don't get inside the armor, they don't get in between
Yeah.
things, doesn't matter. We just kill them.
Yeah.
Doesn't ping on other adventurers, and I don't think it pinged on the ghosts either. But the bugs,
No,
the
definitely was the
smaller
bugs.
threat that could
Even
kill
once
it,
they were dead, it didn't like them dead either.
it probably just went off the look of it.
Yeah, it probably still didn't care.
Yeah.
It didn't know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like that of the assist. Though I don't know why he wants to keep it such a secret.
Probably
You're gonna have
because he
to
doesn't
tell
want
him
his
soon.
party killing it.
That's true. They will try to kill it, or Senchi's gonna eat it. So,
Yep.
hopefully he's gonna tell them sooner or later, because otherwise they're gonna figure out real fast and be like, "Why are you lying? Why don't you tell us what's happening?" So,
Do you remember what he named it? He named it something, and I just...
Kasuke,
Keisuke? I don't
something like
remember.
that. Something like that.
I don't remember.
He gave the sword a name.
Yeah,
So it's a pet now.
it
Even
is.
more so. Even
It
more.
is.
It's been named.
It's a member of the family. Like,
Yes.
all right, keeping it.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah.
I think that kind
And
of covered.
then
Oh,
ghosts.
Oh yeah,
homemade
what can we talk
holy
about those?
water.
Yes. Oh man, that was brilliant. And sure, why not? It's worth trying because that's the other thing of, hey man, why are we doing that? Like this seems like such a dumb. Guess what? Unless they're literally, steps away, you lose nothing in trying it out and making it. Throw shit on the wall, whatever fits. Like come on. I think that was combining a couple things, but just try it. And I just, as a weapon, that was really cool because then also you can keep distance away from the ghosts.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
yep,
I thought it was funny. And again, an
yes,
excuse to have a sorbet recipe and be like, hey,
yeah,
we
it was
cooked
hilarious.
something inadvertently. Yeah, because it was all shaken up and then going through cold. Like, yeah,
You know,
no, that's funny. I just I appreciate that this show, it can be violent, it can have its rules, but it can also step back and go, yeah, this works because it's funny.
yeah,
We're rolling with rule of funny. We're gonna improvise. Sure, why not? Like, and I appreciate that it can just go, sure. And because of the world that it's built and the attitude that it has towards this sort of thing, we both get the stakes. We feel how dangerous this is as an audience,
hmm,
but we can also kind of go, yeah, of course it worked. Yeah, why not?
yeah.
Because this is that kind of world and it's not easy to strike that balance, and this world manages it. So, excellent storytelling, excellent world building.
And excellent advice within it too, because they have their moments where they're thinking of their friend who's not there, and then it's a little bit like, we can't do this, we can't. And I liked the silver lining, how he had trouble expressing that. But
We
yes,
tried.
it's one of those, you can still care about your friend and enjoy what's happening,
Yeah.
even though it's not the bestest. It's the silver lining. That was just really cute. I thought he should have just blurted that out, just be like, "Oh, guys, it's this."
Yeah, but he
But
just
no, it's okay.
I'm also kind of wondering if she wasn't someone who kept the peace in the group a lot
Probably.
more.
I
If
think he
she,
probably did.
yeah,
Yeah.
if she, on top of being a very powerful white mage, was also the people savvy person who can kind of interpret, oh, they meant this, or how
Mhm.
about you guys talk this out and we'll figure it out. Like,
Yep.
she was the she helped level things. She helped to keep people together. And the fact that she's not there and they're bickering and there's no one to step in and go, maybe don't, maybe chill for like a minute. Like, they're doing their best. Just
Yeah. They're making their way though. I mean, clearly we've seen them do better than the other parties, so uh
that's because
yeah,
they're our protagonists.
I mean,
And
yes.
because we're on a time crunch.
That too.
Yeah.
But they kind of have their shit together. They're learning to work together to better
Yeah.
work together better. Whew, that Mondays. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So
And it helps that Senshi knows his way around.
indeed, they have a
Like, they've
guide.
got a guide.
They have a wilderness guide.
Who wants to eat a dragon. So,
Yeah, it's a win-win for
yeah,
everybody. So
exactly. Exactly.
we shall see where our party continues next week.
What an
And
absolutely wild anime.
yeah,
Both of them. Both of them are absolutely wild.
yeah. And I'm glad some of our early concerns slash complaints for Delicious and Dungeon have definitely moved past that.
Yeah.
And I like that the story's picking up a bit more and we're getting more depth with our characters. Actually, a funny random thing too. I was at my library and they were making a display by the entrance of, they pick a theme for whatever. So this was D&D themed. And I asked, "Do you have the delicious Meishi, delicious in Dungeon manga?" And they were like, "No." But we were planning to order it. Like one of them librarians knew what I was talking about. So I was like, "Yes, add that to your D&D like
Oh,
display."
yeah.
So that was kind of fun
And I'm
to be like,
curious as to what
"Okay."
else is on the display.
I will have to go back out. I'll take a picture for you because I'm like, good question. I noticed they were setting
Appreciate
up
you.
on my way out, so they'll probably have it for at least a little while. So, yay.
Appreciate you.
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
happy to help there.
Yeah.
Which actually that leads us into our where to go. And there we go. Stuff you should check out, which is recommendations. And I'm like, speaking of, because I just got this from my library. So this is the next one. I'm now on A Bride's Story number 14. And like,
All
look,
right.
it's so pretty.
All right.
So you get these, go to your library if you don't know. I mean, this is primarily California, but I mean, other states, it's worth asking and checking. If you do not have a book in your library, they will check on Amazon. As long as it's within a certain price point, they'll order it, ship it to your home, you read it, and then just take it to the library when you're done, and then it will go into circulation. So, yes, bringing that manga to the peoples.
Hell yeah.
So I liking that one, and then I was like, was there something else I was like, no, I think I was been watching the main regular things. I felt like, was there something I was watching? I did start the next season of Queer Eye as well, and that is
Nice.
delightful. So if you want that just like feel good show, it's so good. It's just such a good comfort, and I like the meme joke that said Netflix needs a setting of there's no more Great British Bake Off, or and no Queer Eye. What is something?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, it's that same vibe of it's exciting, it's fun, it's feel good, it's funny, it's like all the things you kind of want of just like chill. And so, yes, I was glad I started the next season, but it does go by too fast. So,
It does.
yeah. But yeah, that's one to check out. And still watching True Detective, which is still amazing, and that one's really cool and weird. But I only watched season 1 a long time ago, and now 4. And I was talking to somebody, and they're like, "Oh, I just started on season 1." I'm like, "You could jump to 4, but there apparently are some things, so I kind of want to go back and rewatch.
All right.
I'll report when that's all done."
Yes.
Yes. And real quick, look at the chat. Gig Derek goes recommending Tekken 8. It continues to consume my life. All right.
Fair.
Katie, what about you?
10-minute Power Hour is back. Premiered this morning. Have not watched the episode yet, but I am very excited for it because I always love 10-minute Power Hour. It is on the YouTube channel The Grumps. It is the Game Grumps, non-Game Grumps content, essentially. And it's a show where they just try stuff. There's a theme, and they play games, or they try a bunch of weird food, or they if you want a sampling of what it's like, some of my favorite episodes are making cookies with Matt Mercer, which gets a little wild, and trying every Cheerios flavor. Evidently, today's episode is trying Mountain Dew flavors. So again, looking forward to watching that. Season 3 just premiered every Monday. Very happy. Yeah, Smosh is trying Mountain Dew with them. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and we watched the first 5 episodes of Has Been Hotel last night.
Yes.
Finally got around to that. We're looking at finishing off the season, which is 8 episodes tonight. If you have not watched Has Been Hotel and you are cool with it's just
Lots of things.
levels of entertainment,
Yes.
because there's sex, there's gore, there's blood, there's
Swearing.
yeah, that's kind of the jaywalking in this arson, murder, and jaywalking list, but yes, there is.
And adult themes. And,
oh yeah. My recommendation here would be, I mean, it's 18 plus for a reason. You do not show this to your kids, and I honestly wouldn't even recommend showing it to your high schoolers. Like, that's sometimes if you have something that's rated R, you can kind of go, yeah, we can kind of show this to a younger crowd and it'll be fine. No, not recommended for Has Been. It is very much adult content. Unless you have an extremely mature 18-year-old, but like, not recommended for the kids. Just don't. Yeah. Put the parental controls on your Amazon Prime. Just, But if you were looking to see it, kind of want a litmus test, the pilot episode, which was the proof of concept, first fully animated episode, and the thing that got it picked up by A24. So different voice cast, because they recast everyone for A24 because it became a union production, to my understanding. That's why they recast. But the series does pick up from after the pilot. So the pilot isn't necessarily required watching. You can start with episode 1. But if you want a litmus test, the pilot's on YouTube. Give it a look. The first episode and half of the second one are also on YouTube. I am enjoying myself immensely. It is fantastic animation. The voice cast is so good. It's been a hot minute since I've heard Keith David sing. And he just, of course he does a bang up job Everyone in the show does. It's very funny. It's very heartfelt. And again, there are definitely points of like, ooh, this is uncomfortable. Like, this is subject matter that is worth discussing. And the way they address it is, and if it gets too particularly, they will put content warnings before the episode of this episode contains themes of this, viewer discretion advised. So I think it's well done. Like, it is very obviously supposed to be bloody and raunchy. It is about
Yep.
living in hell, but I think it's well executed.
Nice.
So yeah, highly recommend. Hazbin
very good
Hotel, very good.
Confirm. Yes, I agree too. It's
Oh yeah.
Gigadare goes. Keith David sings my favorite song of the season. And then shifting gears, another recommendation. Rab Adler says recommends Frerin, and yet again, Witch from Mercury is still great. Yes, that's both are on my like radar. Just haven't gotten to them.
Frerin is on my list. I can only handle so many meditations on grief, and they keep taking me by surprise.
Yeah.
So, like, I went to see The Boy and the Heron last week, and now I'm just trying to vibe because life sure is something right now.
Yes.
But yeah. And also, if you enjoyed Hazbin Hotel and you're like, I want more like this, but I don't want to wait for the second season, hop back over to YouTube. Hell of a Boss, same animation company, same creator, takes place in the same world, different characters, different bent. Highly recommend it. Skip the pilot for Hell of a Boss. Just go straight into episode 1. The pilot is a very different sort of proof of concept, and they changed up a lot and made it much better for episode 1. So yeah, Hell of a Boss. Also extremely good. Also extremely not for kids.
Also, another also on this channel here on Fanversation, if you go to the Comic-Con playlist, we have an interview with one of the voice actors from Hell of a Boss. So go check that out.
We do.
Which, speaking of that, let's get to stuff that we would like to share and where you can find us all online. Katie.
You can follow me all over the social medias, as well as on YouTube and Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I am also a co-host on Silver Screams on YouTube. That is my roommate's horror channel, and we have fun. If you want to see me just jump out of my skin doing reaction videos, that's the place to do it. And the Halloween trailer reaction videos are when you're really gonna get that.
Nice. And you all can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE across all the social webs. And make sure you're following us here on the Fanversation channel. Ooh,
the Fanver channel
today is it's not going.
I feel ya.
Make sure to follow and subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and stay tuned because last night I went to the Saturn Awards and got a lot of really cool interviews with people you will recognize. And if you're nerdy, you'll recognize them even more. So stay tuned for all of those because they will be going up very soon. And if you follow on Fanversation on social media or on my socials, I will be posting some more like fun moments from that. So stay tuned for all of that. And where to go? This one too. Don't forget to follow us over on Twitter at NTATMB. And thank you so much for everybody for tuning in and joining us live. If you joined us live, if you watched it later, no worries. Comment down below on the different stuff we talked about and let us know what other shows, movies, books, whatever you're reading and consuming. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.